treat every firearm as though it is loaded. Wherever you find it, on the table, on you, holstered. Is it loaded?
No, it's not.
It's not?
Yeah. It is. It is, since it's not, I haven't confirmed for myself.
It is loaded?
Yes.
Is it loaded?
Yes.
Is it loaded now?
It's still loaded.
Still loaded.
Yes. There we go.
Treat every firearm
as if it is loaded.
As if it is loaded. Second one. Finger off the trigger. Whenever you pick a firearm, finger off the trigger, because it could be loaded. Finger off the trigger, that's the second one. Third, do not point at anything you do not intend to destroy. Okay? I can't point this gun at you.
Yeah.
I can only point it at something I intend to destroy. That's the third one. The fourth one, know your target and what is beyond it. I could intend to hit this target, or there could be someone standing on the other side. I like adding a fifth one. Know your firearm. Okay?
Shooting is a hobby, so I got into shooting for self-protection, but later on I found out that there were people shooting it as a hobby, so I joined. I joined Ngoa 3 years ago, just after acquiring my firearm and having different experiences elsewhere. But when I came to Ngoa, I learned they have a structured training procedure. So I went through the ranks from the novice level all the way to where I have reached.
Otherwise you'll drop your gun. So draw and step. And when you step, still perfect stance. Up! There. Perfect grip. 360. Forward aggressive. Legs. Right? Are you ready? So stepping back. Stand back. Up! Very nice.
It's a great way to release your stress, to unwind. Apart from that, you're improving on your proficiency. The same disciplines and principles that apply as you run your business apply here. Everything has to be structured, everything has to be well planned and thought out ahead of time.
Shooting in Tanzania per year. 50 rounds per year.
I think this is safer than driving your car up country. Yeah? It is safer because the safety officers, we have more than 30 safety officers. Every time there's a training, there is an internationally trained safety officer. So the risk is very low.
So, sight alignment, make sure this and that are equal. Wait, until you're ready. Until you're ready.
Many guys, they are firearms,
When you're ready, take the shot. Okay.
You really have to be mentally fit. So mentally fitness is one thing that is very necessary in the shooting sports. Otherwise you really will not improve. The same way that we have that in rallying, and that's what I enjoy about shooting, is that mental discipline that you have to instill within yourself. And now for rallying, I can sit out of rallying for even 2-3 years. I come back and it'll take me a few stages to get back into the pace, unlike shooting sports. This one, if you do not shoot, it's a perishable skill, so you lose it all. So you have to keep training, you have to keep improving on your skills on the firearm.
Very nice. Straight finger, holster. Okay. Up. There. Not draw and then step. That's a waste of time. Draw and step. There. You acquire the sight.
The normal procedure for applying for a firearm is that you have to fill in the forms. There are forms you have to fill in and apply through your local OCS, who will then forward them to the sub-county security and intelligence committee. They will call the applicant, who will be interviewed, and if it passes, it will progress on to the county security and intelligence committee, and after that it will go straight to the firearms licensing board.
It's too lengthy.
It's not too lengthy. I think we all agree that possessing a firearm, there are certain minimum criteria that need to be met. And that vetting is, so to speak, to make sure that these people meet a minimum threshold, just to make sure that you're not licensing the wrong people. Because one gun in the wrong hands is one too many. At the end of the day, when the person gets a firearm, that's where we come in as an association. We make sure that they get proficient, because the government does not do that. And that's where we come in as an association. So we invite all licensed firearm owners, to go an extra step and make sure that they are proficient by, coming to an association like ours. You realize having 10,000 people who are licensed, if they are not competent, that becomes a problem. But if they are competent, they can also become a great asset as far as public safety goes and security. You realize these people are scattered throughout the country. If they are all proficient, if they are all competent, as was evidenced during the Westgate saga, it was civilian licensed firearm owners who were able to hold fort until law enforcement came. So the idea is to try and replicate such success stories, and it would do well for civilian licensed firearm owners to be included also in policy making on issues regarding, for example, community policing.
Well, treat every weapon like it's loaded. That's one of the safety rules that I'm told you should enhance, especially when you're right here at the shooting range. And with me, I have 9mm, what I'm told is a CZ75B, well, technical terms there, but this just kind of gives you an air of responsibility while you're holding this gun, which is something that I put towards to the National Gun Owners Association.
Forward aggressive, right? Caress the trigger backwards when it's equalized and levelized.
Very good.
Very good.